Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Craft Room. My name's Julianne Richards and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in southern Tasmania. This is the 8th of my series of unboxing videos for the 2025 12 Days of Crafting Advent Calendar. So we're up to door 7, which is a bit exciting. I think you're going to like this one. I thought we should have a recap of the 6 doors we've seen already though, so just bear with me and I'll bring out all the little cards and things that we've made so far. The day 1, or the first video I did, forgive the rattling, was we had a look at the wonderful stamp set that came with the set. Just move that for a wee minute and we can come back to it. So we looked at the stamp set that came with the Advent calendar. And you might recall I made a really cute, well, I think so, really cute one sheet wonder where I stamped in various colours and popped the cards onto card bases and made 4 really nice sort of stamped cards there, nice easy one-layer ones. Very good for beginners, that one. So that's the stamp set. We just used the flowers and the sentiment and the hearts and things from the stamp set. So that was the first video. So that was before we actually started opening the calendar as such. Day 1, or the first door that we opened, we got the great dies that went with the stamp set. So the flowers and everything had their own little dies that cut them out. But I concentrated on the little rainbow die that was in there. And I created a couple of cards. This is one of them. I have actually already given the other one away. If you want to see that card, please rewatch video number 2 and catch up with that one. But that cute little rainbow die was really, really handy. And it made a lovely little card. So hence the fact that I've already given it away. Now, so the day 2, or door 2, was the amazing Designer Series paper. So that day we had 20 sheets of 6x6, one-sided, so it's white on the other sides, but that's really, really cute. And if you remember rightly, we made this little top fold card here with the blue, and I actually used the dies and the little butterfly and everything from the set. So we're sort of using previous days as well. So that's the one we made for door 2. Now I'm really testing the memory. Door 3. I've got to remember what door 3 was. Okay, door 3 were these cute little sequins, little gold sequins. I've actually popped them into a container because the little bag they came in was just causing me so much trauma and pain. So wonderful little sequins there, you can see. So that was our door 3, and if you remember on that day, we made this great sort of shaker card here. Very simple shaker card using a cellophane bag and a piece of the Designer Series paper. And again, I fussy cut the images from the paper for that one to make a cute shaker card. So that was day 3. Day 4 was these wonderful little, where are they? Gold embossed journaling boxes or sentiment boxes, whatever you decide to use them for. And you might remember I did a cute little 8x8 scrapbook layout on that day, used all the images from the stamp set, die cut them, used the little embossed shapes as journaling boxes there as well. So that was day 4, I think, that's right. Day 5, I think day 5 was day 5 was our masks. So we've got 4 little decorative masks there and a cute little brush. So we looked at how to use those, and I made that cute little card there with the masks and the blending brush. It's a fussy cut one there. Use those little shapes there from the previous day and the bling from the day before to make a cute little someone special card. There we go. And yesterday, so door 6 was the little puffy stickers. And you'll remember rightly, I made this cute little gift card or note card with the puffy stickers on their own little individual squares there. Okay, so that's our recap of where we are till now. I've got some great cards there that I'm going to use in the future, and that's halfway through. So such a stash, and we're only halfway through. Okay, so let's keep going. Let's go to day 7. I think you're going to like day 7. Let's go. Day 7, day 7, day 7's down here. And we've got some more dies, and this time they're postage stamp dies. You've got 5 postage stamp dies there of various sizes and shapes, a couple of squares and a couple of rectangles. And starting, the biggest one here I'd say is probably 2 and a bit inches square, right down to this tiny little one here. There's a little rectangle there, which is an inch square. Now, the only thing that I've noticed with these is that most of them are just plain postage stamps, but this little square one here actually has a stitched edge. Okay, so to me, that's a bit weird to have plain and then one only stitched. I'm not sure if it's a mistake or on purpose or whatever. So I would tend to, because I don't like to mix things, a little bit weird that way, I tend to use them separately. There's plenty of other sizes there to deal with if you want to do that. Okay, so that is our day 7 or door 7. And to use this one, I'm going to show you with this one is I have already used our masks to create some images, some flowers on a piece of white cardstock, and then I have cut them out with our postage stamp dies. So I've got a big one here, 2 of the smaller or middle-sized squares, okay, a rectangle that I've done there, and this one. So this one here is not the little square that we saw with the stitched. This is actually the larger rectangle, so this one. And rather than leave it full, I've actually popped it through the embossing folder a second time to chop it down. So you've probably seen people do that to reduce the size of dies on a number of occasions. All you basically do is you cut it first, full size, then you pop it. I won't do it to this one, but I'll show you what I mean. Pop it, work out how big you actually want it to be, position the die so that it fits into the little grooves there, right? And then you pop it through the cut and emboss machine again, and you reduce the size. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted one that was the same height as this one, but I didn't want the full length, and you'll see why in a moment. So the colours I've used to do these are Blackberry Bliss is the pink, and you know that Blackberry Bliss gets really, really dark. So Blackberry Bliss the first time as light as I could, then back over with the second mask to make it darker. The green is Shy Shamrock, I believe. Yes, the green is Shy Shamrock, and the centres are Crushed Curry. So that's the masking I've done. So I've actually put the mask through twice. So I did 2 rotations of the mask, or two goes of the mask. So I actually did it on a longer piece of cardstock and did it twice, so that I got a whole lot of flowers, not just the 4 or 5 from the single pass of the mask. Okay, so the way they're going to go is a bit like this. I have one plain white rectangle that I'm going to pop our sentiment on, and I'm going to pop them on our card in that configuration. So what I've got is a card base in Blackberry Bliss. And given that we know Blackberry Bliss is a really strong dark colour, I've got a little layer of vellum there. Now vellum is back as an online exclusive, so I don't feel too bad using it. And as you know, we just can use vellum just to soften our strong colours a little bit. And that's what I'm using the vellum for in this case, just to soften the Blackberry Bliss. So I still get the colour, but it won't take away from our gorgeous die cuts. So because our die cuts are going to cover over most of our card front, I feel comfortable using double-sided adhesive snail on the back of our vellum. I'm going to just take that straight onto the card base as such. Okay, and you can, as you know, when you put adhesive on the back of vellum, you can often see it through, but as I say, I'm going to cover it with our gorgeous die cut masked images. So I'm going to start layering this up, pop some dimensionals on the back, pop these on. I have a feeling you're going to see these dies back in future videos because they are really nice, and it's been a while since we've had a postage stamp die, so I'm keen to use it as much as possible. I'm just popping these on, trying to keep them lined up at the top and the sides so they look sort of straight. That one's not very good. It's better, except I've bent it, pinned back down. There we are. At the bottom too. So these are the medium square ones. Now, one hint with the mask, if you find you pop the mask a couple of times and there's a bit of a blank space on the die, on the image that you want to fill in, just bring it back over a couple of times with the smaller flowers. That's what I had to do with this one. There was a big empty space on the right of that flower there, so I just went over it a few times with just part of the mask, not the whole thing, and just added a couple of extra little flowers, which was just what it needed. I have to use my edges, which is good. Always use your edges. So this is the little one that I cut twice with the dies, just so that it was the right height and the right length as to what I wanted. So there we are. So far so good. Isn't that sweet? That is so nice. And this one, I'm going to pop the sentiment on it. As I think I mentioned in the first couple of videos, I'm restocking my birthday stash of cards. So I'm going to make birthday wishes. Now obviously birthday wishes is far too long for this little rectangle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp it half and half. So half stamping. I suppose you can mask it, but with this one I don't need to mask it. I can just carefully ink up the first bit first, the birthday. So I've inked up the birthday. I'll bring that in, stamp it sort of central. Okay. Then I will wipe it down very thoroughly and then just ink up the wishes and bring that underneath. There you are, birthday wishes. That's exactly what we want. So pop some dimensionals on the back of this one. Again, I'm going to use my edges. Pop this in the little gap that we've made. There we are. So cute. And we'll add some bling. So we're going to use our gorgeous gold sequins that we got day, whatever it was, day we got it, a couple of days ago. Take my pick tool, get a bit extra mush coming out. Pop these on. put them in the right spots first. And then a couple more. I might use 5. Such extravagance. Where did you go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's pop these on. Now, because they don't have adhesive on the back, I need to grab my glue. I'm going to put 5 in those spots there. Yeah, that one's done as well. Okay, so we've used our wonderful new, brand new postage stamp dies with that one. Masked our images there with our masks from a couple of days ago. And a bit of vellum and some gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous Blackberry Bliss cardstock. And our bling, of course. Okay, so hopefully you like that one. I'll show you, did I just move that? No. The first one, when I was mucking around, I did one that was a Fresh Freesia version. So the same card, but I popped it on Fresh Freesia and used Fresh Freesia in the masking as well. Really, really soft, but I thought probably it needed to be a little bit stronger with the Blackberry Bliss. So that's the one I've done with you here. But both of them are really, really pretty. So hopefully you like that one. As I say, I think we're going to be seeing these dies again over the next few days. And I think they're probably going to be a favourite moving forward as well. Anyway, so that's day 7. Hope you enjoyed that one. And I'll be back tomorrow with day 8.